For years, the show built a path that pointed to two heroes, Jon Snow, the resurrected king in the north, and Daenerys Targaryen, the mother of dragons. The prince that was promised had to be one of them, right? Well, not exactly. The books tell a much deeper, more complicated story, a story woven through millennia, whispered in lost languages and hidden in details most people overlook. The show gave us a spectacular battle for the dawn, but the books give us a puzzle. And by piecing together every clue George R.R. Martin left for us, from the true meaning of salt and smoke to a bleeding star you might have missed, we're going to solve who truly fits the prophecy. And by the end of this video, you'll see why the books have been pointing to one clear answer since page 1, and the evidence will shock you. The prophecy says Azor Ahai will be reborn amid salt and smoke beneath a bleeding star to wake dragons from stone. The show pointed to Jon and Daenerys, but which one actually fits when you examine every clue? Let's break down the evidence. From the moment Daenerys Targaryen stepped into Khal Drogo's funeral pyre, her claim to the prophecy has been powerful and almost undeniable. She fits the criteria with a literal precision that seems deliberately crafted to make us think she's the one. Let's start with born amidst salt and smoke. Dany's first birth on the island of Dragonstone fits this perfectly. She was born during a raging storm that wrecked the Targaryen fleet. Dragonstone is a volcanic island, a place of smoke surrounded by the salty sea. So from her very first breath, she was a child of salt and smoke. But prophecies love rebirths. In the Dothraki Sea, Daenerys was reborn both spiritually and literally. As Khal Drogo's funeral pyre sent columns of smoke into the night sky, she walked into the flames, the salt that came from the tears streaming down her face for the husband she'd lost. In that moment, she was reborn from the ashes, emerging not just unburnt, but as the mother of dragons. Then there's the bleeding star. Around the time of Drogo's pyre, a comet with a long red tail blazed across the sky, a star that bled across the heavens. Characters across both continents saw it and had their own interpretations, but for the followers of R'hllor in the east, the sign was clear. Benero, the high priest in Volantis, publicly declared that Daenerys was Azor Ahai reborn, citing the comet as proof. Finally, and perhaps most convincingly, is the part about waking dragons from stone. This is the line that elevates Daenerys above almost everyone else. For over a century, her dragon eggs were just beautiful, petrified stones. They were fossils from a lost age. Yet in the heat of that pyre, she did what no one had managed to do for generations. She woke dragons from stone. She literally brought magic back into the world. Even Maester Aemon on his deathbed became convinced of her claim, realizing a 1,000-year translation error meant the prophecy could refer to a prince or princess, lamenting that the world mistakenly looked for a prince when they should have been looking for a princess all along. But wait, there's one piece of evidence that completely changes this, and it's hidden in the Tower of Joy scene most people misunderstood. While Dany's claim is written in fire, Jon Snow's is one of subtlety, metaphor, and blood. His case is a slow-burn mystery revealed in layers, which for many readers makes it far more compelling. Let's look at Born Amidst Salt and Smoke again. Jon's birth at the Tower of Joy in Dawn is shrouded in the smoke of war and secrets. Some fans theorize that the salt could be the tears of his dying mother, Lyanna Stark, as she made Ned promise to protect her son. The smoke, then, is the smokescreen of lies Ned created to hide Jon's true identity. But like Daenerys, Jon also gets a rebirth. In the books, when he's betrayed and stabbed by his Night's Watch brothers, his wounds are described as smoking. Bowen Marsh, one of his attackers, weeps as he delivers a blow, providing the tears of salt. So in his death and resurrection by Melisandre, a priestess of fire, he too is reborn amidst salt and smoke. The bleeding star, for Jon's claim, is one of the most elegant and popular fan theories in the entire series. It's not a comet in the sky, but a sword. When Ned Stark finds Lyanna after the battle at the Tower of Joy, he's carrying the legendary sword, Dawn, taken from the defeated Sir Arthur Dayne. Dawn is unique. Its blade, was forged from the heart of a fallen star. The theory goes that at the foot of Lyanna's bloody birthing bed, Ned lays down this sword, forged from a star and now covered in blood. A literal bleeding star heralding the birth of the child in that room. As for waking dragons from stone, Jon doesn't hatch any eggs. But prophecy loves symbols. After becoming disillusioned with Stannis, Melisandre begins to see visions of Jon in her fires. She prays for a glimpse of Azor Ahai, and Ahalor shows her only snow. Jon's resurrection itself could be seen as waking a dragon, a Targaryen, from the stone-cold finality of death. And think about the title of the series, A Song of Ice and Fire. Rhaegar himself believed the prince's song would be one of ice and fire. Jon is the literal embodiment of this. He is the son of Lyanna Stark, ice, and Rhaegar Targaryen, fire. His very existence is the song. So we have literal fulfillment versus symbolic perfection. But there's one final detail in the books that settles this debate once and for all. Now I know what you're thinking. Daenerys literally fulfilled every requirement. The comet was real, the dragons were real, the rebirth was real. And you're right, her claim is undeniable on the surface. But here's what George R.R. Martin has taught us about prophecy throughout the books. It's not about spectacle, it's about purpose. Daenerys brought magic back, but Jon embodies the balance the world needs. She fulfilled the signs, but he is the song. In the end, while Daenerys' claim is powerful, it's Jon Snow who embodies the true spirit of the prophecy. Jon is the song of ice and fire. His resurrection by fire is Stark and Targaryen blood. His leadership against the others, he's the bridge between the magical and the human worlds. Daenerys' claim is built on spectacle. The comet, the pyre, the dragons, these are undeniable facts, but Jon's claim is woven into the very fabric of the story's central mystery. The bleeding star isn't a random comet, but the legendary sword Dawn, bloodied at his birth, a symbol of profound and personal destiny. Daenerys woke dragons from stone eggs, but Jon is the dragon woken from the stone-cold finality of death. The books have been building to this since page 1. The prophecy isn't just a checklist, it's a song. And Jon Snow is its embodiment. He is the prince that was promised. But here's my challenge to you. Go back and reread Jon's chapters, knowing he's the prince that was promised. Every decision, every sacrifice, every moment of doubt takes on new meaning. And if you think I'm wrong, if you believe Daenerys is the true answer, tell me which piece of evidence I missed in the comments. I read every single one.